YouTube friends, how are you?
We are here with End of Zoe. So I'm going to be a madman and do Joe Must Die, no bonus items, unless a snag appears. I'm completely willing to break that rule, but I think I should be able to do it.
So, have you been enjoying the Resident Evil Biohazard playthrough? If you do, let us know. Don't like or subscribe, though, please. And my question of the part's very simple this time. How you doing? And are you ready for the fall? And if you're watching it during the fall, are you ready for the winter? And if you're watching it during the winter, are you not ready for the summer?
Hey, yeah. At least you get like 2 days of spring nowadays, at least in PA.
Yep. I'm just gonna get a house in every place where it's like during the time of the year where it's spring, and just go to that place when it's spring. But only be there for, what is it, like 1 week?
Yeah, have a summer home in Canada and then have a winter home in, I don't know, Florida maybe?
Not Florida. I would say winter home in, like, Nevada or Utah, because there's no, humidity. Whew.
There won't be anyone left to help!
Actually, what I'm going to do is just stay in my basement 24/7, 365, and just play Raw Danger and other glorious games.
Just the most obscure, cool PS2 games that no
Yep.
one cares about, other than us.
I mean, even if I started playing all the random PS2 games right now and wanted to actually play them to fruition, I'd probably have years worth. There's that many weird games on the PS2.
Please!
Yep, so Zoe gets calcified, just like you would imagine.
And is that assuming that you give your wife the...
Yeah, they literally showed a flashback of
Oh,
Eugene.
right, yeah, duh.
So yeah, you play as, literally an insane grandpa. This DLC is bizarre.
Do you live here?
What the hell's wrong with her?
We're here to help. So
What
everything...
God's name have you done?
Sir. Stop! Stop!
This is Jack's brother, right?
Yeah, his name's Joe.
Oh my goodness. Sorry.
I don't know if they talk about Joe at all in the main game, but this DLC just plays like fan fiction. It's like, oh, Jack has a long-lost brother who just lives in his backyard, and now he does all these ridiculous exploits.
Cool.
Listen to me. We're here to help.
No. I don't believe you, boy.
What does his voice remind me of?
Tell me. What kind of help comes in a helicopter gunship?
Dude, literally like Jack, except for full hair
You think
and a scar over his eye.
who you people are?
Based.
No, these monsters running around here. Tell me.
Yeah, Joe's Jack's older brother, so he's definitely older than 55. Probably around 60, I guess.
You don't understand.
I don't understand.
This is our protagonist, by the way.
That there my brother's little girl. My needs, you understand? And around here, family is a righteous cause. And you ain't gonna kill my family.
Hey, I'm gonna write a video game plot that involves anything in the South. You ready? Family.
Family.
That's it.
Uncomfortable family.
And we're both gonna...
Literally anything in the South, or any backwards thing. It's either family comes first, or
So I figure you
Or
better
some sort of
guns.
cult thing
Yeah.
that the cult is like, you're part of our family now. That's it.
Like obscure niche cult.
Yep, like Outlast 2 or something like that. I don't think that takes place in the South, but like, they act enough like it.
Yeah, it takes place in the middle of nowhere, basically.
Yeah.
I don't remember the state either.
to get her treatment.
Part of our family now.
And you fucked
We're a
that
weird
up.
cult
You
now.
tricked us. They're probably still waiting for us right now.
As someone who actually went to the South once for like a whole week, I know that's enough to be a master of knowledge. If you made a game about the South, it would actually be.
Alright.
Go ahead.
Sorry. So immediately on Joe Must Die, we're going to be fighting a molded. And You don't need to fight this one, but I just want to show you how miserable it is to fight them on Joe Must Die.
Damn! Wow, that was like 10 hits.
Yeah, so I didn't want to get into danger health. I will eventually recover, so I can explain stuff that's going on. So in this, obviously, okay, my health is recovered, but I want to explain a little bit more. This DLC is very different from the base game. Your main attacking is literally just your fists, like it's all melee. End of Zoe does introduce the throwing knives, which is why I wanted to play this difficulty, because I find standard to be way too boring and way too basic, because you don't even, they lock this to this difficulty. I don't understand why. But in this mode, you can sneak up on Molded. They don't immediately know where you are, and if you get up behind them, you can do a immediate, like, one-hit kill thing, takedown. So this first area is probably one of the most scary. This is the only way I could figure out how to do it consistently, and the reason why I'm just standing here is that I'm going to be running, and I'm not going to be able to explain anything. But yeah, there are 3 molded. There's a new type of molded that, I don't know what they're called. I call them super molded, or super bladed, where they are like the bladed molded, but they have like a lot more armor and both of their arms are bladed. But we're going to run past all of them. It's going to despawn the 2 regular molded, but the bladed molded's still here. Oh god, I can barely see for some reason. So, crawler molded right here, we're going to get rid of this. The super bladed is going to be right here. Alright, that's fine, I guess. So while you're doing these takedowns, you are impervious to damage. Hopefully I'm fast enough, because I'm in critical health. Where is he? Okay. Of course this would happen on my... Alright. So super molded, we never want to fight legitimately. I'm just gonna restart. So super molded, or super bladed, we never want to fight legitimately. It's basically impossible to fight them 1v1. So we're gonna just ignore this molded, because I don't have to show it off anymore. Grab the knife.
I can take you fuckers with my bare hands.
Whoa there. Beep! Grab this other knife. Just run past everything. It seems like Joe is fast enough that it seems like the molded don't sucker punch in this difficulty, or in this DLC in general. But also Joe is really fast, so I don't know, it's hard to say. Alright, so bladed molded right here. We can just run around it when we're not in crit health, so that's a lot better. And now that we actually have full speed, we're going to be going around here. He just attacks, so he's like momentarily stunned. And he's going to come over here. And now we want to specifically stomp his head. If you stomp anything else, like you just saw when I retried, it will not kill him. But if you stomp his head, it's an immediate KO. So fat molded, we have to wait a second for it to like walk a little bit. And that's a one-hit KO, luckily.
Nice.
So, the throwing knives in this difficulty are your lifeline. You both have to use them, but you also have to be conservative with it. So those FGs, the yellow ones give you +1 attack bonus, and then red ones give you +5. There's 8 of the yellow ones and 4 of the red ones, and we'll be getting all of them.
What the?
Yum.
Jesus Christ.
This is pretty tight. Okay. That's the scariest part. Of course, they add a bunch of trip mines in this difficulty.
Are they not on the other difficulty?
No. Yeah, strangely, that that cabin is just a right-hand hallway and nothing else. There's no doors or anything. This DLC, I like it, but also it is clearly the worst DLC. There's a lot of like weird things about it, of areas that they add, and then just it's so linear. You're like, you go through areas in 5 seconds, and you're just like, you wish that these ideas were expanded upon. Like a cabin area would have been awesome. Like maybe like Condemned 2 cabin. You remember the infamous bear thing? That would have been awesome. But no, just one hallway.
So instead of being molded, she is crystal.
Yeah, calcified eye. First of all, just look at her design. It just it looks like she's wearing like a dress. It just feels like fan fiction.
It won't be enough. She needs a full dose to heal completely. There's more at our base. Just untie me, and I'll take you there. Please. What base?
Oh!
So Joe's diary over there, we're just kind of talking about the gators being weird. And yeah, we're going to be seeing a lot of gators in this.
Her like, face is almost like animated too, where like it's almost like her like one eye is covered, you know?
Yeah, she looks better than she does in the base game. Good old Swamp Man.
Yes.
It is weird that some hick in a cabin in a swamp with no electricity or TV mentions horror movies.
I think I could live, like... There's a lot of places I could live, but one place I couldn't is any sort of swamp. Like, anything even near a swamp. I would just constantly be like, where are the gators? Where are the pythons?
Yeah, also it's incredibly humid. You're going to be surrounded by mosquitoes constantly. It sounds like it.
Yeah, no thanks. I'd rather live in, like, a remote mountain than that. Gators can live there.
You get into the swamp for 1 second and a million leeches attached to you.
Boy. Yeah, no thanks.
Soldier boy said the meds were in some kind of base.
Soldier boy. Comfy. Wonder what that is.
Where the hell did this wall come from?
That's a good question. I actually don't... I guess just the connections researchers doing it over the years.
Looks like
I don't know. They don't
something.
explain it.
That's good enough for me.
It's almost like with all these interconnected places, it's almost like a village,
Okay.
so to speak. I don't...
That was a good one.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Hey, Zoe.
Don't you worry, Zoe. Just a little further.
Yeah, I mean, I guess these old crazy hicks that are obsessed with family, if like you're a family member, they're gonna treat you so well, but anyone else, they just want to kill you.
Also, do they explain what Joe knows about, like, Jack's family or whatever? Like...
It does not seem like he knows that any of them are infected, so it doesn't look like they
Gotcha.
interacted at all in several years.
Hello, constant gators.
Gonna get some health, which is literally just random insects, because Joe's awesome.
Just you wait here.
Imagine just eating a grub raw. A grub at all.
Something to make it better.
Apparently that's, like... Apparently that's a thing that, like... Some places are looking at for, like... Just, like, the future, kind of pushing, like, more of, like... insects for eating. And honestly, if you think about it, like, I love seafood, and if you think about it, like, a lot of seafood is, like, essentially the insects of the ocean. Like, shrimp and stuff like that, and, like, clams and, you know, scallops and all that stuff. Pretty much is, like, the insects of the ocean, so, like, whatever. I'd try it. If it was, like...
There's also a ton of fish in general. I mean, far more fish. They reproduce so fast.
Far more fish than what?
Like, other things to eat, like cows and
Oh,
like, red
yeah.
meat.
Except for insects. There are a lot of insects.
There are, but maybe we shouldn't eat insects.
I'm just saying I would probably try it. I mean, people eat snails.
Alright, so this encounter is very awkward. Just because, look at the environment. It's literally just a hallway.
Are these not possible to beat?
No, you can beat them.
Did you see this in another DLC?
Alright, cool.
Nice.
Alright, so that went pretty well. Yeah, the good thing about Joe Must Die is that it's not a difficulty that really raises... I mean, it does raise the HP for regular molded a lot. But boss encounters don't feel like complete BS. So weirdly, Swamp Man will not follow us over here. Pretty weird.
I like his look. He's almost like, it's almost like a Cthulhu kind of thing.
Yeah, he looks pretty cool.
Much better than the standard molded. I think that was one of the main complaints about the base game.
I wish there was more variations of molded, considering there's only 3 in the base game.
Yeah.
But I like them as enemies. I don't know. The I like the Lycon in 8, but the ghouls are not very fun in terms of creativity or fighting them in 8.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so the gators in this mode, in standard mode, you can just throw a stick at them and they die immediately. In this, you have to attack them while their mouth is open and they're about to attack you. So that makes this a lot more dangerous. So up here, we're just gonna get lucky. Oh my god, it actually didn't hit me. That's like a 25% chance, probably. Just gonna get all these items, because we really need them.
I think one of my biggest fears in games is when you're in, like, pretty much an area like this, and there's, like, enemies that can pop out. It's just, it's so well done in
and
a
the
lot of
gators,
games.
I hope we don't see it, but the gators, when they insta-kill you, it's very startling. So you can go in between those gators if you're quick enough and you have perfect position, but it is just not worth trying. This door just leads back to the save room we were just at. No reason to go in. So this mode, you'll definitely see it. It's a lot of trial and error, just figuring out where traps are. So
Oh, you would climb... Oh, my gosh.
This mode, once you figure out like all the beginner's traps, it is kind of fun, but I posted a screenshot of my first completed playthrough of Joe Must Die, and I died 45 times. So it's quite ruthless. So going up here, for the most part, we want to be sneaky about all the molded if we can. And this one's pretty tight, but if we stand over here and immediately go and get him, we'll have just enough time to kill the other one before he turns around. But it is pretty tight. If they do see us, there's a gash pressure thing over there, so it's not like a lost cause. I will be saving as much as I can. In fact, if I do the next 2 portions right, I'm going to come back and save here again. This little area is pretty annoying. So you have 2 options. You can go down and stealth kill all these guys, but it's pretty hard. And if that super bladed shows up, it's not fun. But you want to have the super bladed... Okay, perfect. You want it to notice you, but not immediately, because they will be too far away. Alright, so I killed the behind molded. Super bladed never died of that, but if you just stomp their heads, they're dead.
Nice. So the other option was that the first one saw you, and that would kind of...
You can stealth kill both of them, but you have to be pretty specific about spacing and timing of when you do the kills. And if the super bladed sees you, you basically should just retry. Alright, so we're going to let these 2 molded see us. So this room gave me a lot of trouble when I was like learning it, because it seems like the molded lose track of you. So that crawler molded just walked into this. But actually what's happening is that the molded always know where you are. And what they're doing is that since you're standing closer to this end of the entrance, that crawler molded was just going around and trying to get to that entrance over there. And there was a bipedal one that just did that as well. And for the longest time, I watched a video on this because I just had no clue what to do. I was just like, how is he consistently making the enemies do this? I finally figured it out. That's exactly how it works.
That's so I would not expect that.
Yeah, it took so long for me to figure it out. Alright, so there's a super bladed that spawns right here. He immediately knows where we are. If any of them spawn in front of us, they just know. So we're going to stand, again, right here, so he goes to this trip mine. And we're going to pop out, stomp his face. Break this yellow barricade. If you're wondering about the yellow barricades, you have to only break them when there's either no enemies around or enemies do not notice you. And the second option is never an option, basically. You basically have to clear out everything.
So, the yellow things won't break?
Yeah, if there's molded that know you're there and you're trying to break it, they are impervious to damage. You cannot progress forward. So it's not like... It seems like they're just there to...
Slow you down.
Slow you down, but no. They become invincible barricades until you clear out all the molded.
Yeah, I thought it was there just to slow you down and kind of, like, test you, you know?
I mean, on standard mode, because you're literally just punching molded, even the super bladed aren't really that much of a threat. It's just, you just breeze through the game. It's so boring. Alright, so second section, this isn't impossible, but I did save because it can go pretty wrong pretty fast. So what you can do, there's a molded behind, like, underneath us. There's like you can go under there. And it's going to notice us immediately, and what you can do is lead it forward, and then have it hit the trip mine, and it kills both the molded, but it is very awkward. So what I like to do is I drop down, I let the molded see us, so the one will turn around and hit itself, and then I literally just punch this one. And gotta make sure there's a trip mine to the left, and we do not want it to hit it. Okay, so that somehow counted. Awesome. Alright, so that went as well as I can hope. We're going to use all these trip mines to our advantage. So those super bladed, when they have no 2 feet, it seems like they're harmless, but they are not. They attack so fast if you get close to them. They will shred you in like a matter of seconds. Alright, so coming up over here, there's a crawler molded. We're just going to get in front of it just so it notices us. If we come over here really fast and do this like really well, it will jump into the trip mine. Okay, cool. Sometimes you have to use a blade to trigger it if you're not fast enough, but that was perfect.
That was perfect.
Over here, there's another trip mine that I don't know if you're intended to do it this way, but it's way easier to do it this way. Champion effigy. This gives us +5 attack bonus. Oh, alright, stick. Shotgun shells. Shotgun is a bonus item, so we will not be using it. Alright.
So even in standard difficulty, you only punch.
Yeah. You do not unlock the shotgun until you beat the game once. Alright, so fat molded spawned. We're going to be using a lot of trip mines and stuff. So if you walk over here, there's a trip mine that we can't even see, but we're going to just listen to it. Alright, it exploded. And then he's going to stand up, and there's going to be an explosive box right next to him. We're just going to use that. Now we're going to wait a second and make sure that he gets up and starts walking over here. Alright. We're going to use one last trip mine, the last one in the area. But we have to make a kind of roundabout trip, which is why we want to lure him to the corner so he doesn't walk over to the right. Okay, good.
Oh, wow.
So this is pretty annoying. If you are too much to the right, he will actually walk into this room right here, and he gets stuck in there. It's pretty annoying. But if you just stand in front of him, he will just continuously do this vomit spray. So sometimes I like to stand right here. Sometimes it works. Good. Okay. He's dead. Alright, we're done with that area. Awesome.
Yeet. The AI of these enemies in this game and of the like the spawning and despawning is like very interesting.
Yeah, it sure is advantage to us, but what was I even gonna say? It's advantageous to us, but it sure is weird how it works.
What? Oh, come on.
That always works.
It does literally always work.
This is it. Finally.
Gonna save for no particular reason.
I'm gonna do that to my computer. What the?
Just slap the crap out of it.
I like how it actually has an eye. Because the other molded do not have, like, any sort of facial feature. I guess they have teeth sometimes.
Yeah, definitely regular molded and four-legged ones have very vicious teeth. Alright, so this fight, it can be scary, but I don't think it's impossible.
I'll tell you what, I can't believe you picked up a key item and then an enemy came from behind you at that moment. It blows me away.
Oh my god, these stuns are perfect. As far as I can tell, the stuns are like nearly completely random. I don't know when they happen.
Do you get any bonus for punching the head?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh my god, a power bomb.
Man, Joe is a Chad.
Literally power bombed. How tall is that thing? Like 7 feet, 400 pounds or whatever. For any wrestling fans, I'm pretty sure that's called a power bomb, but who knows.
He's going for a grab. That's a free counter. Oh god. No. Alright, good. He's probably like one hit away. Oh, he was like 3 punches away. Didn't want to use that first aid spray, but it's not a game ender.
No one's as good as Ethan in Village in terms of the one-liners.
That's a pretty good one. Too bad he's a stupid idiot. Why do you throw that head in the water? Oh no, he's dead. We don't have to worry about him anymore.
Zoe.
I do like that he has like invisible ankles.
I thought the grubs gave you life back.
They do, but it's very little and it's very slow. So first aid sprays are a 100% heal in this mode, and they are almost instantaneous. And when you hit the heal button, it automatically defaults to first aid spray if you have one. So I'm not going to go into inventory and select a grub and wait 5 seconds for that animation to be done.
Makes sense.